after the Taylor Ricks interview, where she basically tried to maybe bait Jason Tatum into saying what a superstar is, he bounced that
Yes.
question back on her, and he was like, "Well, who do you think is a superstar? Is Dame Lillard a superstar?" And she kind of was like, "Yeah." She got a little.
She was like, well, I think he needs help or something that she
Yeah,
said.
I think she wasn't expecting that. Like, I think that was a great.
No, she wasn't.
That was like
it was he handled that very well. I like that.
That was a great turnabout. That was an Amanda Stenberg moment for Jason. She was like, "I know what you're doing here. I'm gonna flip it."
I like that.
And so, what ended up emerging from that was a discussion on social media about what is a household name, like a superstar being the criteria being a household name makes a superstar. And so, folks were DMing, messaging their people in their lives, moms, sisters, other casual fans, who are NBA players, 5 you can name off the top of your head.
Yes.
I got some of the most interesting answers, and I actually want to share what some of these lists were looking like. But I'm gonna read without names, right? I don't want to incriminate anyone. They were just like, the first DM was, "Hey, who are NBA players you can name off the top of your head?" And here's some of the answers I got. They were great answers, by the way. One of the answers I got was LeBron James, Steph Curry, Shaq, Magic Johnson, Kobe. This is a person who does not watch the NBA currently. Just was like, all right, I'm gonna throw in the list that I think.
I think that's a great list for somebody that doesn't watch.
It's a terrific list, right?
Actually, I'm impressed with Steph. I would not expect.
So Steph was one of the ones that it became like very clear. I was very solid that Steph was someone everyone was going to mention.
You did? Oh, no, I don't know why. I don't. Oh, no, you know what? No, no, I understand why. Yeah.
Steph is, I mean, well, one, he's light skinned. Let's be real. Steph Curry is light skinned. He's also NBA royalty, right? So he's a Nepo baby. He might be one of the on that greatest Nepo baby list, actually.
Because he's a Nepo baby, and I like the Nepo babies that don't run from it.
I like the Nepo babies who do better than,
and that are also very, very proud of their legacy, and they're like normal, or as normal can be, rather.
Yes.
They have nothing to prove.
I have another list here. This person said Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe, 2 exclamation points, Shaq, and Mr. Basketball. I don't know who that is.
So you know what I said
when the logo. Someone said it might be the logo.
No, that's what I said. When you said Mr. Basketball, I was immediately like, does this person mean Jerry West? And if they mean Jerry West, I need to know why. Like, I need to have. I want to call this person. Like, why are you saying this? How did that come to you? Who is Mr. Basketball?
Who's Mr. Basketball? Also,
are they talking about the Globetrotters? Maybe.
I first of all, anyone could be Mr. Basketball. Is it James Naismith? Right? Like, it could be anyone. I asked my mom what her list was. My mom's list was very New York Jamaican, very 90s New York Jamaican. Patrick Ewing was on it. John Starks was also on it. I don't think John Starks makes any other list besides New Yorkers who watched basketball in the 90s. Like, he's so recognizable. Michael Jordan. She also included Magic Johnson and Charles Barkley.
That's a good list.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar also made her list, but he shares a birthday with me, so shout out to mom.
That's a great mom list.
It's a great mom list.
Do you have
a mom list?
So I asked my mother, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what she said, because I did. So my question was, can you name 5 NBA players without looking? Just first 5 that come to mind. I have to look in my phone because this one's on WhatsApp. It's not on my iMessage.
Yeah.
And she says, not anymore. Not even one. I shall ask. And then she said her best friend.
not even one.
Not even one. So I asked one of my other friends, and she said, again, my questions were only to women. I was just like, listen, can you name 5 NBA players without looking? Just first 5 that come to mind. I wasn't asking about active NBA players. I didn't want to qualify it. I just wanted to know where their heads were at.
Yeah.
So this is so funny because this kind of came up twice. This girl said Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, the guy that married a Kardashian, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan.
First of all, the guy that married a Kardashian was on
that
several lists that I surveyed.
right.
Several.
And I was like, damn, dude, like this is what they just call you? Like, that's
Yeah.
wild, dude. It's wild
Also,
outside.
shout out to him being Jamaican because that's a very Jamaican thing to be known for.
Is Tristan Jamaican?
Yeah, he's a Jamaican Canadian.
Yo, and
And he's
Canadian
the
Jamaican.
world's
That's so
most famous baby daddy. That's the most. That's like the Jamaican. Like that's the Jamaican Olympics he won it. He's the world's
okay.
most famous baby daddy.
So another one I got was again asking the same question. Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Lady Bird. Oh, I think they're saying Larry Bird.
Okay, Lady
Larry
Bird.
Lady
Bird Johnson.
I was like, what? Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, and I was impressed with this one. Grant Hill.
Wow.
I don't even know why.
Also Grant Hill on her honorable mention list.
Okay, I liked that one.
She said she liked his face. She remembered his face. I'm like, okay, Grant Hill. He looks like he's a sweet boy. You know. So
there's reason. He does though. But you know, the Grant Hill storyline. It's sweet. It's nice, right? So
he's also a nepo baby.
I don't even think I knew that Grant Hill was a nepo baby. See,
yeah, his dad. I think his dad's name is Calvin Hill, and was an NFL running back.
I did not know that. That was news to me. I'm definitely gonna look that up now. That's gonna be one of my my YouTube docs. I'll find. So this one was great. I'm terrible with the new ones, but LeBron, Curry, Harwick. Who the fuck is Harwick?
First of all, you're not the only Harwick. I got a Harwick on my list. He's either this is what it is. He's either James Harding.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Okay, that's probably
he's James Hardwick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
yo, shout out to my Hardwick fam, yo. Shout out to my
Hardwick, yo. Rose.
But this goes to the theory that you were saying about, yo, he has a signature thing about him, because there was a list that you sent me, or no, I don't know if it was one of my lists, but it was like the guy with the eyebrows, just like James.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So Rose, Chloe's bogus baby daddy, again, they don't know Tristan's name, and that just keeps coming up. Right. And then I was surprised that she said KD. I have no idea why she knows who KD is. It just
KD had a couple entries.
Yeah. Pippin's son.
Who?
Dude with
who is that?
I think, you know what I really think? I think she was trying to say Gary Payton too. I think. I'm assuming.
Okay.
That's what I think. I think that's where we were going with that.
I will accept that answer.
I think so. Dude with the brows.
Okay.
This is the one that killed you. You were like, what? O'Neal's son, but passed.
O'Neal's son, but passed. First of all, who? Like, which O'Neal, right? It's like, it could be Jermaine O'Neal. You know what I mean? But his son, but passed.
Right.
Who's his past son? Like in a past life?
I don't know what that meant.
That's
I thought this was an interesting entry. I was just like, this is kind of a wild call out for a girl. BJ Armstrong. I'm just like, why does she know who that is?
Someone's from Chicago. Like that.
Yeah.
My New York people saying John Starks. I had a New York entry where it was like Wilt Chamberlain, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, John Starks. It was just like John Starks popping up out of nowhere all the time. I was like, okay, so people like are from New York. That's right. BJ Armstrong is like, you're from Chicago. You watched basketball during the time where it was
that time. Yeah, I think that kind of placed her. Like you could tell how old this woman is, right?
Yes.
Jordan, Rodman.
Yes.
She named Pippen. So we talked about Pippen's son. Now we're talking about Pippen. Okay. She got her O'Neal in. Iverson, of course.
Kobe had at least 2 Iversons.
Yeah, that's good. I was really happy about that. Kobe, of course, and Manute. She thought she spelled Manute wrong, but she didn't. And she said, that's all I got. I said, I'm assuming dude with the eyebrows is Anthony Davis. This is a delightful answer. She said, yes.
Manute, was this person an African national?
Oh, then she sent me how can I forget my boo, Steph Curry. No, this person is not. No, this girl is actually she's Latina.
Okay.
She's Latina, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Here's one thing that I noticed about all these lists, right? I don't know. I don't think anyone didn't say LeBron James.
Right.
I'm scouring now through all my screenshots and my messages. I don't think anyone did not say LeBron James. I know some people didn't say Michael Jordan.
Yeah, they weren't all. Yeah, there was always LeBron for
There was
sure.
always LeBron. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people said Kobe too.
I got a lot of Kobe's on there.
I
Yep.
got a lot of Kobe's, and I got almost as many LeBrons and Kobe's. I got Steph's.
I didn't get, but what was interesting to me that when this particular person, when she called out Steph Curry, she was like, "Oh, that's my boo." That's I've never heard anybody call Steph Curry sexy. Like I don't.
Listen, I will
That is
guarantee you
not.
that Steph Curry's DMs say otherwise. I would guarantee you that.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like I've never heard like, oh my God, he's so hot. You know, like I don't know. I never thought people would look, especially when I look at him as like I look at him as like a family man and a husband. So it would be even weird to be
He's
like,
sort of
oh my
baby face
God.
too, right? Like he's pretty baby.
No, he is. Yeah.
But I think the girls, as they say, they love Steph Curry. I think because he's the anti Tristan Thompson, right? He's
Exactly. Yeah, he's
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 coming
everything you
home
would
at night.
want in
Yeah,
a partner. Yeah, he's actually
Tristan
coming home.
Thompson makes room for the Steph Currys of the world. I think the other thing that I was thinking about is like, is this the true GOATs list? Because these are pure casual fans, and
Yeah.
anyone who was ever considered or called the GOAT was named in these certain lists.
That
Magic
is true.
Johnson, I know you had some Magic Johnsons in there. I know you had Mike. I know you had Bron.
I was happy to see Iverson.
Iverson, I think he's one of the GOATs of influence, of style.
Yeah, right? he got people to less right. Like the sort of stuffy NBA.
I also think your man KD enters the conversation because I didn't think the casuals would have it.
I did not know that the casuals knew KD because KD, I mean, he's active on Twitter, but like if you're not paying attention to sports, it may I don't know. Like there's a world that you could just be completely shut off into what sports world is about.
Yeah,
but I can't tell you anything about football. I just don't watch it.
I can't. I mean, with this extended with some people into football and baseball, and it just became hilarious because I was just like, I knew nothing and I wasn't even trying. But everybody was just like, it was all over the board. There were people who weren't even football players. So I would say that this is a true GOAT list because if your accomplishments outstrip even like your name recognition in your sport, that is what makes you at least arguably in the GOAT. Because like you could be name recognized in your sport and not be at all familiar to the average person. But if your accomplishments in your sport vault you to that level, where now my mom, your sister, you know, so-and-so's girlfriend, so-and-so's cousin is like, oh yeah, Magic Johnson. They don't know what his stats were. Like they never are gonna know.
But then there's that type of population that gets to know somebody because of what they're doing outside of the court. So in all of these instances, none of the women even knew what Tristan Thompson's name was.
Yes.
They just called him.
Yeah, they didn't know his name.
They didn't know his name. It was just Chloe's baby daddy. So it's like now you become infamous for that thing that's nothing to do with your accomplishments at all.
But here's the thing. I would contend along those same lines, Dennis Rodman might be one of the top 15 players of all time. And I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna explain why.
Why is this? I'm never, I think Dennis Rodman is, I'm never gonna argue with that, but I'd like to know why you're saying.
Best player of the year. He won that multiple times, right? On those dynastic Bulls teams, the second go round. Also won championships with San Antonio. Also may be known as the NBA's best defender. And because of his antics, his style, his aesthetic outside of basketball, he was also probably one of the most media savvy players ever to face the NBA stage. So it's like, if I stack up both his accomplishments, because he's, I think, top 15 in total rebounds in his NBA career too. Like, so there were years where Dennis Rodman averaged like 13, 14 rebounds, which is no small amount. Like,
right, that's insane.
Points, but 13, 14 rebounds for like 6, 7 years. So if you put that together with that Allen Iverson like influence,
yeah,
like, is Dennis Rodman, like, could MJ have done it without a Dennis Rodman type?
I mean, no, that Dennis Rodman type is an excellent situation. Because if you're just gonna defend and you just let me shoot, like, this is a fucking amazing situation.
Yeah. He
That's
made other
amazing.
people famous. He made Carmen famous.
It's amazing. Like, yeah, he did, right? I was looking at that too, and I was like, yo, like, Dennis Rodman made stars out of people, and he married himself.
Yo, Dennis Rodman about to get Brittany Griner free.
Yeah, oh no, he said that he's opting out of that mission.
Oh, really?
He was gonna do it. Yeah, he was gonna do it. But let me tell you something. If there's anybody that could do it, and I believe in them, I do believe that Dennis Rodman has the power to get her free.
I do too.
If there's anybody in this world who could do it,
I feel like he's mad cool with dictators too. You know
him and Kim Jong got that relationship. Like, that's the homie for him.
Which is super wild. Like, I'm like, how many shots do you think Dennis Rodman is doing with Kim Jong Un? Like, just on a random damn night in Korea, like.
I mean, like, are they even FaceTiming? Because the rules don't apply to Kim Jong. So it's like he's got his internet, he got his Wi-Fi.
And I feel like Putin fits in with that crowd. Like,
I think it's just, yeah, they totally, like, Dennis Rodman has just a charisma and a thing that is unlike anybody else, and he plays by his own rules, and he's always been like that. And you know, it is what it is.
No, shout out to being everyday famous, to being a household name. Because
to being Chloe's baby daddy.
To being Chloe's baby daddy, to being Dennis Rodman, marry yourself in a wedding dress. I feel like these are historic moments in pre-social media fame that will always live.